chili con carne and rice.
From the night before?
Yes.
That looks like scrambled egg on toast. Okay, that's a more breakfasty thing.
Yeah.
Good, all right, well done, well done. Oh, is this more leftover?
It is.
All right, so, lunches. Wow, that's a big lunch. More sandwich, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's move on, Edmund, to your dinners. Yeah. Here's more noodles, which we had down there, right at the start.
Scotch eggs and a pasta salad.
Scotch eggs and pasta salad, a few more chips. You're getting through an average of about 4,300 calories every single day.
When you see it like that, it's confirms the reason why I'm here.
Thanks to his gigantic diet, Edmund is clocking up over 4,300 calories a day, which is getting on for double the daily intake required for a grown man.
So, it's diet swap time, and you now are officially swapped from this moment on, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.
Coming up, Anna looks back at her investigation into getting the perfect body.
If you've had a baby, you'll be used to it. I haven't, and I tell you, it was a shocker.
And Edmund finds a message from an obese American all too much.
I'm very nearly at the end of my epic search to find out if it's possible to turn an ordinary wobbly body like mine into a honed, taught, celebrity-perfect machine. And what a journey it's been. I have found a whole host of tips, tricks, quick fixes and tons of exercise to tone up every single inch of my body. And that is exhausting.
First stop was the gym with my hunky personal trainer, Matt. But somehow the gym and I were never going to be best friends.
I hated that. Hated it.
So, along the way, I also had a go at all manner of other exercises to get myself looking lean and mean. One of my favourites was the new exercise craze that is Jacari.
I did one. Do you know what? That might look really easy, but it was incredibly difficult.
And then there was ballet. Now, don't pretend you weren't impressed.
And legs onto the bar. Arms in anchor on, reach up and lengthen the spine, and stretch over.
This is as far as I can go.
I also tried a form of Pilates, which I thought would be gentle and relaxing.
You see, when people talk about Pilates, I always think, whatever, a couple of toning exercises in front of some morning television, big deal. Not so with boot camp Pilates. It looked like medieval torture equipment, and it was honestly one of the hardest workouts I've ever had to do.
I'm going to cry. Oh, it kills.
Let's be honest, girls, those poses are not for the faint-hearted. If you've had a baby, you'll be used to it. I haven't, and I tell you, it was a shocker.
On my quest to discover how to get the perfect celebrity body, I also witnessed the very latest and often fairly extreme treatments out there.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. It is definitely peachier.
Yep, an injectable buttock enlargement procedure. But it was actually a reduction on the breasts that really freaked me out.
They've not even started cutting yet, and already the smell and the whole ER-ness of it is making me feel a bit... To my left, I've got 2 bags of human flesh. To my right, I've got a body minus 2 bags of human flesh. Really weird. Really, really weird.
The conclusion I rapidly reached was that if it takes too much effort or looks too painful, it really ain't worth it. And hence I was delighted to discover a few quick fix solutions.
It's now 29 instead of 29 and a half.
It's I've lost half an inch. That's unbelievable.
That's it. Finished.
I'm very impressed. 1 session in, and we were saying, well, hopefully we'll see a difference.
And within 3 weeks, it will keep on improving.
Really?
However, I'm on my way back for more of one particular activity I discovered and fell in love with on my quest for bodily perfection. And later on, you'll see more of that, and more of me.
This week's feeding clinic residents are hectic food hater Louise and leftover king Eddie. It's dinner time and their first meal of the swap. Overeater Eddie doesn't disappoint with a mountain of chili con carne, which will keep Louise going for weeks.
I'm so sorry, Louise.
Stop.
While Louise gets enough food for 3, Eddie is getting just enough for 1 toddler.
Here's to the beginning of the end. Cheers.
Cheers.
How long would it take you to eat this normally?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Even while I was eating it, I was feeling hungrier and hungrier. Wasn't feeling like I was actually eating at all. There was no substance to it whatsoever.
But just a few minutes into her first meal, and Louise is ready to quit.
I'm finished.
It's beat you, has it?
Louise gives her chili the cold shoulder without really giving it a go.
It was a struggle, it was. It's just made me feel sluggish and tired.
It's day 2, and before breakfast has even kicked off, it's filled Louise with dread.
I don't normally wake up as much as I did last night. Worry. What I was going to have for breakfast.
She may have refused to finish her dinner last night, but Eddie's giving it another go. For Louise, it's chilly again.
So is this all the leftovers from last night?
That's the leftovers. Happy breakfast.
Despite being hungry, Eddie's suffering his liquid-only breakfast in silence. In fact, silence seems to be the order of the day, as Louise attempts to force down a small mouthful of her chilly breakfast. While Eddie is coping with his hunger pangs, Louise isn't coping at all and heads up to her room.
I get the impression that Louise is struggling with it at the moment. It may well be that she's just not acclimatised into the process as quickly as I am.
It's just a lot of focus on eating. It's quite uncomfortable.
Louise is having second thoughts about taking part in the swap.
Feel tired, headache, regretting it.
Louise pushes herself to face lunch.
You've got chicken and noodles with oyster sauce, with some of the chicken in tortilla wraps.
With 2 failed meals behind her, could Eddie's stir-fry stir Louise's appetite?
Seeing the side of it puts me off. It makes me feel full before I actually am full.
So that's a no then. Meanwhile, Eddie's getting his first proper solid food in 24 hours. It's just half a tuna and cucumber baguette.
Not a big fan of cucumber.
What's making you eat it?
The reason I'm eating it is that it's part of your diet, it's part of the diet swap, and I signed up for the whole thing.
Louise is still not getting into the spirit of the swap. For Eddie, going so long without food has made him confident he can crack his bad eating.
I don't think I would actually choose to go 24 hours without eating, but after day 2 I've found that I can do without more food and make do with less. Actually seeing the portion size this time, for me, I'd say that I realise now that it's far too much.
After just a few days in the house,